The empty halls of Kensington Palace feel different now. Princess Charlotte, the 10-year-old daughter of the Prince and Princess of Wales, is getting ready to say goodbye to the only life she has known. Royal staff members are seen comforting each other and wiping away tears, describing the scene as heartbreaking. It's been wonderful, and she's been a little joy. But at the same time, it is a responsibility. This situation is not just another royal story in the tabloids. Sources close to the Wales family say that a significant change is happening in the lives of Britain's royal children, with Princess Charlotte at the center of a decision that has surprised everyone at the palace. The girl who would be different. Charlotte's unique place in the monarchy. Princess Charlotte has always held a unique position within the royal hierarchy. Born on May 2, 2015, she is fourth in line to the throne, positioned between her elder brother, Prince George, and her younger brother, Prince Louis. Unlike George, who carries the burden of future kingship, and Louis, who enjoys the relative freedom of being the spare to the spare, Charlotte occupies a peculiar middle ground that has shaped her in unexpected ways. Royal biographer Angela Levin recently revealed in an interview that Charlotte has displayed an independent streak from an early age. She's not like the other royal children we've seen in recent generations, Levin noted. There's a steeliness to her, a determination that reminds many palace watchers of Princess Anne in her youth. Staff members who have worked closely with the Welsh children paint a picture of a little girl caught between two worlds. One longtime nanny, speaking on the condition of anonymity, described Charlotte as being acutely aware of the cameras, protocols, and expectations surrounding her, concerns that seem to weigh heavily on someone so young. The nanny revealed that Charlotte would ask heartbreaking questions such as, "Why can't I just be Charlotte?" or "Do I have to wave at people I don't know forever?" These weren't tantrums or complaints. They were genuine inquiries from a child trying to understand her place in a highly complex world. The breaking point. A private family crisis unfolds. The whispers among palace insiders about Charlotte's possible goodbye have been brewing for months, perhaps even years. Sources close to the situation say the young princess has increasingly felt at odds with the royal routine and the constant spotlight that follows her every move. This tension reached a breaking point last month during a private family meeting at Adelaide Cottage in Windsor. Staff noticed a shift. There were stretches of private time without public duties, visits from child psychologists and counselors, and what one insider described as the most intense family discussions the Waleses have had since the late Queen's passing. Princess Catherine was in tears for days, a family confidant revealed. Prince William was pacing the gardens at odd hours. Clearly, something was very wrong, and the children were caught in the middle of it. From those private conversations emerged a surprising request from Charlotte. She wanted to step back from royal life, or at least reduce her public presence. For a 10-year-old to express such a desire so clearly, and for her parents to take it seriously enough to reconsider their approach, highlights how serious the situation has become. The impact on palace staff has been profoundly heartbreaking. Many of these individuals have dedicated decades to serving the Windsors and view the children not merely as royal duties, but as extensions of their own families. Their emotional reactions reveal the deeply human side of this story. Mrs. Margaret Henderson, who managed Kensington Palace's household for over 20 years before retiring, spoke gently about the atmosphere. These children are loved beyond measure by everyone who works with them. When you see them struggling, questioning their existence in this extraordinary yet constraining world, it affects everyone deeply. As events unfolded, several staff members took compassionate leave or requested time off. Witnessing seasoned professionals, those who have remained steadfast through scandals, losses, and upheavals, become emotional over a young girl's distress provides a rare and genuine glimpse behind palace walls. One anonymous security officer recalled Charlotte's alleged farewell to lifelong staff. She went to each person, thanked them by name, and told them she loved them but needed to discover who she was outside of this life. There wasn't a dry eye in the room. This child, this beautiful, intelligent little girl, was essentially saying she couldn't breathe in this life anymore. Princess Catherine's role in this situation is particularly challenging. Having navigated royal life herself, she understands both the alluring perks and the confining nature of it all. Now she finds herself torn between loyalty to the crown and her deepest instinct as a mother. Sources indicate she is grappling with this dilemma, prioritizing her daughter's emotional well-being over strict royal protocol. Royal commentator Emily Nash has noted, Catherine has fought for her children to experience normalcy, normal friendships, normal childhoods, within the context of an abnormal royal life. But there are limits to what she can achieve within the constraints of the institution. Catherine has always sought to strike a balance, but this situation is testing her limits. Insiders suggest that Catherine is the one leading any changes the family may consider for Charlotte, drawing on her own struggles with the spotlight and her openness about mental health. She is reportedly fiercely protective of her daughter's emotional well-being, determined not to let the royal system stifle her spirit. A source familiar with the situation shared, Catherine told senior palace officials that if forced to make a choice, she would prioritize her daughter over the institution. That statement sent shockwaves through the establishment. It's essentially the same stance Harry and Meghan took, but coming from the future queen consort, it carries a different weight. The move to Windsor, seeking privacy and normalcy. It's challenging to discuss this without recalling Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's 2020 decision to step back from royal life. There are striking similarities, including their shared experiences of struggling with the intense scrutiny, concerns about mental health, and the conflict between seeking personal peace and fulfilling institutional obligations. The parallels are significant, a family member expressing their inability to cope with the pressures, highlighting the clash between well-being and duty. However, there is a crucial difference. Charlotte is just a child, which changes the entire narrative. She cannot simply move to California and forge a new path like her uncle and aunt. Any changes in her life must come from her parents, who need to balance their royal responsibilities while protecting her from public scrutiny. Royal historian Dr. Penelope M. Wilton articulates this well. Harry was an adult who could voice his grievances and make his own choices, however controversial. Charlotte is a child whose struggle highlights a fundamental question. What do we do when someone born into this system cannot thrive within it, especially when that person is too young to have made any choices about it? Commentators have noted that William and Kate are drawing lessons from Harry's difficult experiences, not dismissing the pain or forcing conformity, but genuinely listening to Charlotte and exploring ways to prevent a breakdown in the future. The Wales family didn't just relocate. They chose Windsor with clear intention, heart, and foresight. On the surface, it may look like just another royal move, but behind the scenes, it represents a deliberate fresh start as parents. It wasn't hasty or random. It was William and Kate prioritizing what truly matters. Their focus on education marked the beginning of this new chapter. In September 2022, all three children began attending Lambrook School, a reputable, grounded institution near Windsor. This change allowed them to leave behind the hustle and bustle of London, such as the old Thomas's Battersea School for Charlotte and George, in favor of more space and privacy, a chance for them to enjoy being children amidst extraordinary circumstances. The influence of Queen Elizabeth II also played a role. As her health declined in 2022, she spent more time at Windsor Castle. William wanted to be close to her, not just as her grandson and heir, but also to gain her wisdom and create lasting memories. William valued their deep bond, which led to more family visits and quality time for the children, especially Charlotte, who adored her great-grandmother. Those final months together were precious, even as the Queen passed away in September. This shift in focus illustrates the kind of royals William and Kate are evolving into, grounded rather than glamorous, emphasizing purpose over pomp. They could have opted for the flashiness of central London or grander residences, but instead, they chose a path of relatability. As Katie Nicole shared with Vanity Fair, this aligns with their vision of raising their children with strong roots in nature, away from the rigidity of royal protocol. The monarchy is also changing. People are craving authenticity over distance. William and Kate are embracing honesty, family values, and everyday warmth. Kate has told parents that they are just trying to do their best, like every other mom and dad. That's the atmosphere they are fostering, a focus on kindness over titles, where chores and sibling support are commonplace, and where dignity and humility go hand in hand. But what is daily life like in their new home? Did it bring them the peace they were hoping for? Stay tuned. We'll explore that next. Charlotte's journey through tradition and change. The move to Windsor. Prince William and Catherine made a thoughtful decision when they left Kensington Palace. This move was not just typical for royals. It also had personal significance for their family. The couple wanted to create a better future for their children. A big reason for the move was education. In September 2022, they enrolled George, Charlotte, and Louis at Lambrook School, a private school near Windsor. This school was a big change from busy Thomas's Battersea in London. At Lambrook, the kids could have more space, privacy, and a calmer environment. One source said, it was their chance to finally exhale. There was also an emotional reason for the move. Queen Elizabeth II's health was declining, and she spent more time at Windsor Castle. William wanted to be close to her, not just as the future king, but also as her grandson. They shared a close bond, She trusted and guided him. Being nearby allowed for more visits and more special moments with the kids, especially for Charlotte, who had a unique relationship with her great-grandmother. Those last months together were precious, even though they were painful when she passed in September. This move shows who William and Catherine are as royals. They chose a simpler life over a glamorous one. Instead of staying in central London or looking for something more extravagant, they wanted a more relatable lifestyle. Royal expert Katie Nicholl told Vanity Fair that they aim to raise their children in a grounded way. Nothing over the top, just cozy, calm, and private. The best part of this move is that the kids can enjoy their childhood. Charlotte can bike without a crowd, George can play ball in peace, and Louis can laugh without worrying about headlines. A family friend told The Times, the kids were at that age where the spotlight was too bright. Windsor gave them room to just be. Their new home, Adelaide Cottage in Windsor Home Park, offers a peaceful retreat. The Queen once called Charlotte a little boss with her brothers. Now, those everyday moments are even more special. Charlotte's first test, Princess Anne steps in to protect her Adelaide Cottage, is located on 52 acres, offering a countryside setting where kids can enjoy pony rides and learn about beekeeping. This space helps children grow up smart and social, allowing William and Catherine to balance play and learning. A source said, "No more palace lockdown. Let them play, tumble, and try again." Privacy is important for the royals, as life in London can be overwhelming. Windsor allows the family to grow outside the public eye. An insider noted, the attention on the kids was increasing. Windsor gave them space. It also allows William to visit the Queen more privately. Hello, magazine mentioned he made an effort to be near her in her last months. This new parenting approach focuses on values rather than appearances. Catherine said, "We're just winging it like every other mom and dad," showing their preference for being genuine. Windsor is a big step in this direction. Fast forward to Charlotte's first public event, where Aunt Anne protects her from problems caused by unexpected changes and unapproved photographers. During the event, Charlotte stands strong despite the challenges, impressing Anne with her confidence. Even with a microphone issue, Charlotte speaks clearly and handles her script well, shining in front of the audience. Meanwhile, Anne watches the people around them, feeling relieved that Charlotte is safe but angry about the targeting of a child. As Charlotte shows her bravery, Anne realizes they must protect her from negativity in the future. The family must choose, adapt to the challenges Charlotte faces, or stick to tradition, as the world watches closely. What do you think? Should the royals adapt for Charlotte? Share your thoughts. If you enjoyed this insight, please like, share, and subscribe for more updates.